So no, I'm just saying, like, a machete is a better tool for getting the job
totally.
done. Because, like,
Totally.
a chainsaw, people think a chainsaw is, like, the ultimate, like, weapon for doing this. But, like,
Exactly.
it gets
More efficient.
caught on flesh and meat and bone. And it's just, oh, wait, are we recording? Oh, hi, everyone,
Oh,
yes.
we're recording. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
We weren't talking about plotting the demise of humanity.
No. That we'll come back to
never do that.
Hi, welcome to
Hi.
the Weird Flex.
But okay, podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Weird Flex. But okay, podcast, your comedy weebs, workouts, and advice podcast where we answer your questions. If you would like to submit a question, please email us at weirdflexbutokaypodcast@gmail.com. And of course, you can find us on Twitter at weirdflexpod and Patreon at weirdflexbutokaypodcast. And yeah, and the music that you've heard in every episode is by What's My Name on Instagram and
What's my name?
SoundCloud. What is your
SoundCloud.
name?
And welcome to the weirdflexpod@gmail.com. If you want to email us a question, all right? That's what you should do. By the way, that morning, the thing we started off this podcast with, that was like from a real thing on Twitter the other day. Because like
The what?
The thing we just talked about, like we were actually like talking about with like, the chainsaw thing. That was funny because the reason I brought it up was because like on Twitter, someone was like, I forget what it was. I think it was like a horror movie post. And they were like, what's the best weapon to have? Like a chainsaw, a Freddy's glove, a kitchen knife, or a machete. And then like I just like gave a detailed thing of like, well, chainsaws don't actually work because if you try them on real life, then they get caught in the meat and bone and flesh. Then everyone was just like, is there something you want to tell us, George? And I was just like, no, I watch interviews with people. That's why.
Exactly the kind of conversation that I expect to have with you,
Yes.
and it makes me so happy.
Exactly.
Also, I'm so happy to be back because I was definitely struggling a little bit with the quarantine, and my sleep schedule was so bad that I was just like in another dimension in my mind. And I'm happy to be recording again, though. Like I still do an audition here and there. Like I still record some stuff on my own time, but
Yes.
I feel podcast ready.
Yes.
And
Yes,
so,
she voices that character in a bridge, so it makes sense. You get the reference. I
I'm
get the reference.
podcast ready.
Yeah, you see that? There you go.
Hell yeah.
She makes the references that you understand.
I do it. I do all
Do
of
it.
the referencey boys.
Do it,
But
do
yeah,
it, do it.
What have you been up to?
I've been training
Woo!
like Jasper, getting shit done,
Yeah.
working. And I've been grinding on work. And I have so many online clients now because of freaking this thing. So I have to like go and talk to them. I actually finished a call with my clients 3 hours ago before we got on the thing. Like I have to wake up at 10 a.m. every Tuesday and I get into this Zoom call and I talk to all of my clients and we go over the thing. And it's super fun and I love seeing them because they always ask questions. They call me sensei and it's like, oh, it's really cool.
Aw.
So it's like awesome to help people. And then I'm working on stuff which will be released next month, which will be cool. I also have a YouTube video that I literally just finished editing. So I'm going to upload that after we get done with this. And then I played the games. Well, actually, no, I haven't played any games yet. I have to do it. I've just been busy grinding. And then I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule too because I'm training 4 hours a day again because my sensei got me hyped to do like fight training again, even though it's just training for the aliens because there are aliens coming. And they're coming down. And they're
coming. The UFOs are going to get us.
Yeah, and I know, right? Even though they've been around for years, and they're just like, oh yeah, the Earth's going to crap now. Let's show up and just do this. So yeah, it's fun. I'm training hard, and I'm going to sleep at a good time. I think. I just if I could just get 8 hours of sleep a night, I'd be happy. I'd be so happy if I could just get 8 straight hours because I always wake up like too early and it sucks. But that's me. How about you?
My busy journey has not exactly had workouts, but I have been doing my Fitness Pal and it's been going pretty well. Like I think I'm on like a 50 or 60 day streak now.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. And then in terms of stuff I've been up to, a lot of Animal Crossing with you and the guys.
Yeah.
And with some other friends too. And then we've been watching DuckTales.
We watched Ranma and half. Well, I watched one.
Yes. I have been on a rewatching spree, binging Ranma and half, and I will get to more of that later. But I have also, on the Kruby channel, KRWBY Productions, we have a podcast that we host called Perpetually Ajar. And the episode that me and just my co-host do is coming out actually today. But we did an interview with Janet Varney recently.
Who?
She's the
Cora?
voice of
Cora?
Yeah.
You got Cora On the,
did.
oh my God, that's almost as cool as getting Jack's play. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa.
But yeah, on May 12th, that episode's going to come out, and so we're hyping it up a little, which is why I mention it, because
I
we
like
love
Janet.
if everybody went to listen. Yeah, she was
She's
really
so cool.
cool.
She's a good friend.
It was really awesome getting to talk to her, and
Yeah.
like it's one of my favorite episodes that we've recorded because we get really dark and deep, but we also get really wholesome, and we talk about like fears and life and quarantine and
She's
it
still
just-
on about that? She was like that back in college. So I remember those days.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, you went to college
Yeah.
with Janet?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. We have pictures on her freaking Instagram.
Oh my god.
Go
Have you
look.
Wait, I'm confused. I need more context.
Janet Varney, voice of Korra. I remember
what
she was
about
just
her?
like, yeah, like, so I got this audition for Korra, and I was like, shut up. No, you didn't. What is this, Avatar? Oh, that's cool, dude. You go rock it. And then like years later, she got it. And I was just like, oh, wow.
Hell yeah. So you guys were just friends back in her college days?
Yeah.
I'm like genuinely like not sure where the lie begins and ends.
There's
Like, 'cause I
there's
can
a
never
partial
tell.
truth. There's a truth in there, but there's also like a bunch of Jack's
A bunch
fun.
of lies.
Jack's
I definitely
fluff. Jack's
I
fluff.
feel the fluff.
They're not lies. They're Jack's fluff. They just
Okay.
sentence enhancers. That's
well,
what they
she
are.
was fun to talk to, bottom
Yeah, she
line,
is. She's a
and
really
I'm
nice
excited for
woman.
that to come out. And there's something, if you pay attention to my Twitter, that I will probably be announcing soon. There's a YouTube channel that I did some work for pretty recently, and there's going to be a preview of an episode of something that I'm in coming up soon. I'm in 2 of their projects, but and in one of their projects I play a very lead character, so I can't talk about that yet. The preview for that won't come out for another few months. But I will be in another thing with them that's in a preview. Yeah, just pay attention to my Twitter. I'm not going to drop any names or details, but yeah, I will probably be announcing things soon, and I am excited about
Nice.
that. So yeah, that's really fun and stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's a lot of what I've been up to.
Awesome.
Doing some auditions, doing some other podcast recordings here and there.
Nice.
Playing a lot of Animal Crossing.
Of course. Yeah, she's part of the game now, folks.
It's true.
I'm not even
just
joking. Like she
in
does
it
a
to
voice
win
in the
it.
game. Like if you listen
my
to
God.
Isabel's voice, like yeah, exactly.
It's me.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
me, Isabel.
You think I'm joking, people? That's actually the truth, though. Like she actually flew over to Japan like a
Oh
couple
my
years
God,
ago. She
shut
told
the
me this
fuck
like
up.
years ago when we first met. And then she was like,
God
so
damn
I'm
it,
doing
Jordan.
this voice. And I was like, no, you're not. And then she was like, look. And then she actually did a cameo. So if you watch my Shaggy
Yeah,
Ultra Instinct
totally.
video,
Yeah.
that was a preview to Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yes,
So there you go.
exactly.
Yeah.
All of this is true.
Yeah, it is.
None
It
of
all
is
is
a
true.
lie at
It all is true.
You know what else is true?
What? How
That
you
I love
you.
our Patreon supporters, and I love you too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There
I
you
wanna
go.
give a shout out to our Patreon supporters for sticking with us when we went on that little hiatus for me.
Yeah.
And so thank you so much to our $2 supporters: Joseph Andrew Grinder,
Hi.
Adrian Leinard, Carson
I'm
Chichivri,
Yes.
the Swagnomite,
Yes.
Winston 555,
Hi.
Christopher Kaiser,
Yeah.
Kimberly Calderon, Sunburst Hero, and Mr. Hyperman.
Yeah, Hyperman.
And also thank you to our $1 patrons too. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you
And we
$1
did-
rock.
Yeah, and we did a few updates, and there's still some bonus content on the Patreon too. If anyone wants to join, it's mostly
Yes.
just there if you want to support us, because we love doing this pod, but it does cost a little bit of money to make it, to keep it up on the SoundCloud and iTunes and stuff.
Yes.
So any dollar helps.
Yes.
And we also do silly stuff sometimes. So
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Think of it. It's like a taco. Imagine if you had $1,200. How many tacos could you get with that? It's insane. Like to think about it. Wow, ridiculous.
It's true.
Yes.
But I also have something important that I have to say, Jordan.
Uh-huh.
So we just talked about our Patreon supporters.
Uh-huh.
So naturally, the next thing we have to talk about is
Uh-huh.
hentai.
Uh-huh.
Because-
yes. Oh, dude, I
because,
saw
I
this
mean-
awesome hentai with Ranma because I couldn't resist because his like girl self is like super hot and it's just like
Yeah.
it's not gay. It's like someone was like say oh whatever. I don't care. First off, I don't give a damn. All right, she fine as fuck. It's like looking at Naruto
fine, she
transformation. Yeah, Naruto sexy jutsu. I have a ton of those dojins on my computer. Don't at me. So anyway,
Yep.
and I also had tons of Jack Set stuff on my computer too, which I use
damn
to
it.
bait people to buy shit. So ha ha ha! I am chaos
Got 'em.
incarnate. And yes, yeah, dude, there were so many good ones. Like there was this one where like Ryoga was like, "Shut up, boy," and then he like pushed him in the lake, and then like his shit opened up, and he was just like, "Well, your breasts are kind of nice." He's like, "Oh, you think they are?" And she's like, "Yeah, dude." And she's just like, "You want to try something?" And then she starts titty fucking him, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, yeah, do this shit for me." And then like
there's a lot of female Ranma x Ryoga ships online, and like I get it, but I am a Ryoga stan for life. I love Ryoga so much, and I goddamn want dojins of him with Akane, and I cannot find any. I googled the heck out of Ryoga dojins, and I think there's one or two of him with Ukyo, which I like him with Ukyo.
I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah, you haven't met her yet.
Yeah, really exactly. Good. So you're spoilers. How dare you?
But yeah, the him and Akane ship is like, it's not something that I actually legitimately ship, but I want to see it happen. And there's I think one dojin that I found, but it's not something you can just read. It's something you have to like buy on eBay, and I'm like, fuck that, because the art style isn't good enough for me to want to do that.
Yeah, fuck
that.
But
man, that's my life, and all of the anime boys that I love. They don't have any good dojins of them, and I'm upsetty spaghetti. Well, okay, that's not a total truth, because there were some okay dojins of him with female Ranma, so I can sort of get behind that.
Exactly.
I love Ryoga so much, Jordan.
Yeah.
I have a problem.
No. He's funny. I wonder who would get lost faster, him or Zoro.
Oh, Ryoga Ryoga's the OP.
Yeah. Give them a map and see where they end up.
When did One Piece start?
In 99.
Okay, yeah, because Ranma started in the 80s. So yeah, Ryoga's the OG getting lost.
So now you know exactly how I feel.
Yep. Wait, do you get lost easily too?
No. With like when people were like, oh, they talk about like Naruto, but I'm like, well, Dragon Ball did this. That's the OG. So I think it's just like that sort of thing.
Yeah, Ryoga's iconic for his inability to find and I just want to tell you about one scene that makes me so happy. It's not really a spoiler because it doesn't do anything for the plot. But there's this one scene with Ryoga where he's just like casually in a little cabin in the woods, just like being a dork, trying to write a challenge letter to Ranma. And then randomly this boar just busts in the door, and he just casually looks at it and fucking suplexes it like it's nothing, and then goes back to writing a letter. And everything that Ryoga is, I just love so much, because he's so casually like, oh yeah, by the way, I could just destroy everything. But then also I'm super shy, ooh, cute around Akane, and I'm just like, fuck. Oh. He's so good.
Yeah, he's cool. He's pretty chill. He has a buff ass umbrella, so that was cool.
Bro, he is so buff.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give me enough shirtless Ryoga, and it makes me mad.
Yeah, he needs to have ripped abs, like up to yin yang after that.
Oh, he do.
Well, okay, well, I'll see it when I get there.
Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, that's enough of Katie being horny on Maine. The Katie horny on Maine.
Do you have a license yet?
I do. I have 5 licenses because I keep fucking destroying them.
Okay, you better show me where it is then. I'll be the validation.
I'll email it to you.
Yeah, you better. You could just put it in the chat. I'll put mine right here.
No, I have to forge it first. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's going on in my life. You know, just all these anime boys that I love and love so much. Just like, Do you have any anime girls that you've fallen in love with recently?
You know,
not old waifus.
Not recently. Recently.
Oh.
Huh. Recently. Oh my god. Hold on. Shit. Nah, see, I have like all the old.
Just old waifus?
Technically, does Ranma's girl self count?
You know what? Yes, it does. Congratulations.
Okay, yeah, there we go. I like Ranma's
Actually,
girl.
I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Nabiki?
Oh, his older sister? Kenny's older sister.
Akane's older sister, yeah.
Yeah, like she's. I like her. I like the fact she like tricked Ryoga with steroids. I thought that was hilarious.
They weren't actually steroids.
I know, they were just like freaking mental. Like they were like Mentos or something. Yeah, like placebos or something like that. That was funny.
Nabiki is such a schemer. I love
her. I just like the way she like was like she went and took all those like lewd pictures of Ranma and just like gave them to like that crazy guy at the school.
Yeah, Takuno.
Yeah, he's just like I think the Kuno go. He is a simp. Fuck.
Yeah, Kuno is such a fucking simp. He's the OG simp.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a strong
it's
simp,
crazy.
but he's an OZ simp.
Yeah, the show has so much fighting and like battle stuff, but then the fucking love stories are just crazy.
Yeah, they are. Wait, does that make
so
Rock Lee a simp since Sakura didn't like him that way?
Sure.
Aw, my boy.
My boy!
I
out
love
here
him so
simping!
much. Oh, I love him so much. But okay. I guess that makes sense.
That makes simp. But
oh, poor simp.
poor simps. Let's put an F in the chat for simps.
F in the chat for simps. But
F
we're
in the
not
chat
live
for the
streaming, so
Simpsons.
whatever. You just put it
Damn
in the
it, you're
SoundCloud.
right. Yeah, just put it in the comments of the SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. Let's get to some questions. I feel adequately warmed up now. All right. This first question.
Let's do it.
All of these are from our email. Thank you guys for sending us emails. If you would like to submit a question, obviously, we said it at the beginning of the podcast. Woo. So, ahem. Hey, Katie and Jordan. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. As you probably know, schools across the country are currently shut down due to coronavirus. This is particularly upsetting for me as I am a senior in high school, and most of our fun senior events are now canceled. I'm lucky enough to be able to school from home, but it has been very difficult for me. I recently realized one of the only things keeping me motivated was seeing my friends at school, and now that's been taken away. With the extra time we have away from school, I'd like to start working out and being healthier, but I really struggle to get motivated to build a habit and keep it. What would you guys recommend? You guys are awesome. Love you both. So because we've answered questions about being motivated in general before, but this is particularly about being motivated in kind of a crazy, unprecedented crisis world. And so that's one reason that I kind of wanted us to do this question, because there's definitely some more layers here.
Like Shrek.
Yes. We're all onions
Yes.
in our soul.
All onions. All right, well, why don't you start us off, Katie? So you you do the open. We do the good cop, bad cop thing.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, you do the nice I'm gonna bring you your blanket and cookie thing and talk to you. So you do that part. So I'll just be in the corner
fine.
pacing back and forth.
Fucking cracks knuckles. So one thing I just want to get off the bat and say is we are kind of in a crisis right now, and so it's kind of frustrating to kind of feel trapped. And like, if you, for example, do a lot of work where you are outside the house, or you're at school, or you're used to seeing more people in person, that can definitely like hit you hard and a little differently than you're used to. And so staying motivated just on your own, especially if there's not really anything you can do from home to like actually get closer to your goals and career stuff like that, that can be really frustrating. So I think it's just important to like realize that because of the time we're in right now, your most basic needs of like, food, water, shelter, like stuff like that is something that we're needing to really focus on right now. And mental health too. So like the things that you can do to take care of your body and mind right now, like working out, drinking water, things like that. And then there's a hierarchy list I saw recently, and then the last thing we focus on are like career goals, aspirations, self-worth, like all that other stuff. But for right now, we're kind of in the first two. So I would say if you focus on those first two, like making sure you're eating enough, sleeping enough, making sure that you are like working your body, like not just sitting down all day, then you'll get kind of a peace of mind that maybe you wouldn't even realize you could find in that way. And that's something you should carry on in your everyday life, but right now especially that's important. And so it's also important to social distance, but not social distance. So if we have access to the internet, so making phone calls instead of texting with people, hearing people's voices, playing games with them online, or even just calling to see how like a close friend is doing, or something like that. Or if you have roommates or whatever, or if you're with your family, like maybe making social time with them, and then doing some stuff that feels more fun. But yeah, right now, I'd say that you shouldn't worry too much about, oh God, how am I going to get closer to my career or my job? Like through most of this, I'd say just focus on existing right now and dealing with the problems that are are rising every day as our society is in this weird crumpled state. And if you can find the time, maybe once a day, to work towards one of those bigger goals, sure. But honestly, I wouldn't feel too stressed if you have the type of job that can't really be done from home. And yeah, I think that's like the main thing for me.
All right. All right, you got your milk and cookies out the way now? All right, here we go. Shut up. Stop being weak. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to grind, all right? We need people to be strong in this time, and you need to be strong. So stop feeling sorry for yourself and just work, all right? You need tough love, and I'm going to give it to you. I love you, kid. All right, but you need to grind. You need to work. All right, imagine after all this is over, and you've just been stuck there, stagnated, and you could have had, this is your hyperbolic time. This is what I keep calling this. The quarantine is an arc, and it's a training arc. It's a training arc for you to come out and be like, shit, man. Like, you remember when Usopp was stuck on that island for 2 years? And he was like, oh, God, I'm stuck here. I don't know what to do. Then look at him. He came out, buff as shit. Fucking awesome. All right, he was cool. He like came out and he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna use this to better myself and get going. It doesn't have to be much. Like, what I suggest doing is just, you know, doing little things that will help yourself over, that aren't intimidating. Because this is something I notice with a lot of people, is just they get there can be things where it gets overly intimidating, where it's just like, oh shit, I have to work out an hour and I have to do this and I have to do that, and it's just like, okay, don't look at it like that. All right, what I want you to do is start off with like 10 minutes a day. All right, you just do whatever you want to do to get active and moving. All right, what this is doing is it's helping build the neural pathways in your brain. And as we talked about before, neural pathways are important because once you build them up stronger, they make doing something as a habit a lot more easier, and you want to do it. You want to be better. You like, oh wow, I actually enjoy working out. Oh, I enjoy reading this book. I enjoy doing this work that'll make me want to be productive for myself. And it's not for anyone else, it's for you. It's just like, oh yeah, this is paying off. This is gonna be great. I'm going to be so awesome. Like 5 months from now, I'm so grateful. Because like, remember, greatness comes from increments. It's not like you're not going to be like majorly great overnight. All right. You get 1% better each day. That is my catchphrase. 1% better each day. So if you get that 10 minutes in, congrats, you're 1% better. And then you're just like, I'll make healthier choices with what I can consume. All right, so what can I eat this house? Okay, yeah, you know, I'll probably not eat as much junk food. I'll eat stuff that's benefiting my body. Oh, I can look up some recipes and make it taste good. Oh, snap, I have a cooking habit now. Boom, 2% better. Oh, snap, you know what? I want to work on my mind too. You know, I'm going to go talk to my friends on Discord. I'm going to play a game. I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep myself nice and relaxed. Because like productivity boosts positivity. I found that for myself. Like if you just like being like productive and you are getting stuff done, like it's cool, like to be like, oh yeah, because like I noticed this. I noticed this for myself and like a few of my other colleagues. I had like a whole like bro talk with a couple friends the other day, and we were like, yeah, you ever notice like being lazy doesn't feel as good when like you're like putting stuff off, but it feels great when you've gotten stuff done. And it's just like, fuck it, that is so valid. So yeah, I agree with that 1,000%. Like if you can get stuff done, then it's just like, oh, I can be lazy on the weekends and all that stuff, then you feel great. But remember, always take care of your mental health. That's why you talk to your friends, all right? I talk to the friends about 3 days out the week, because other days I have to go to bed early, and they all stay up because they're night owls, and I'm a morning bird or whatever. What are birds in the morning? I can't remember what they're called.
Just birds?
Yeah, random birds in the morning. And so, like, I can't stay up that late because it'll mess up my sleep schedule, will mess up my gains. But on the weekend, I can do that because it's just, I don't give a fuck.
Can't risk the gains.
Yes, I can't risk my gains and my mental health and all that stuff because I'll feel sick. And so,
Yes.
I take care of that, and I get all my work done. And then throughout the week, if they, like, message me, I'm like, oh, sure, I can join here and do that here. But, yeah, just, like, do little things that, trust me, if you do a bunch of stuff that, like, benefits you in the long run, like, your future self will be so grateful to yourself to be like, oh, my God. Thank you for that. Like, thank you for those little times you did this. So that's what I always personally think of. So you have 2 perspectives to go off of it now. But yeah, you're going to be okay. You're going to get through this, and you'll get through all of this. So keep calm, booyah on. Don't forget, Momentai. Buy my new book. Jack Slade is awesome. Buy Katie's podcast. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Go buy Perpetually a Jar. It's a jar that is perpetually
not for sale.
opening.
It's free.
It's like freaking cool. And guess what? It's free 99. So there you go.
My God.
Go get it. Free 99. That's
if
free.
you really want to buy me something, my birthday's coming up, y'all.
Yeah,
And if you
I
wanna,
got an
if you wanna
awesome
just
gift for
tweet, aw, yay. Well, if you just want to tweet memes at me about Animal Crossing, that would be a great birthday gift.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But I also accept Kofi.
Coffee. Yes. Yes.
Yes. But
yes.
yeah, I do know that I've struggled a little bit with some routine stuff during quarantine. But the routines that I have built, they started slowly. Like with MyFitnessPal, like I every day without fail log in what I eat, and it does
Proud
help
of you
me
for that.
it helps me to resist like snacking as much because I know I'm going to have to type it in, or it helps me from binge eating a lot, I guess, cuz I'll just be like, I'm really craving cookies right now. And old Katie would get like the whole goddamn package and a giant glass of milk, but I'm like, nope. So I fix myself a little cup of milk and maybe 4 cookies, so it's like less than 300 calories, so it doesn't like put me off my game or anything. And then that craving is satisfied. Because most of the time you only need a little bit of whatever it is you're craving to actually satisfy it. But there's that thing in your mind that kind of gets this dopamine rush or whatever it is from the idea of getting to just consume. But you can fight that pretty easily if you just take a second and breathe and just fix yourself like a small amount of what it is you want, eat it, drink the milk, do whatever it is you want, and then wait 10 minutes. And I guarantee you that like you'll feel satisfied. And so that's been a lesson that has helped me. So even though I don't really exercise a lot right now, I am eating like I am staying on track for eating. And I've had like maybe one day where I went over calories, but there's this picture that Jordan sent me a while back.
Yeah. The yellow blackface picture.
Yeah.
Not blackface is
oh my God.
that, but yellow and black. Yeah, I know. Black and yellow. There you go.
Black and yellow. Yeah, it's like a picture of like a calendar with like yellow smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face for every day that you're staying on track, and then it has like a little black frowny face, like for when you're for the days that you mess up. But as long as there's more yellow days than the black sad days, then it's like you're establishing those routines, those neural pathways. I definitely have a neural pathway with my MyFitnessPal because every day I wake up and like before I eat, I like think about the calories I'm consuming and how that equates to the rest of my day, and it's really helped. I've lost weight in a slow burning
controlled
way.
factor. Yeah, that's awesome. That means it lasts longer. This is a pro tip, people, and I'm just telling you this as a trainer just because it's a thing. Like fast weight loss is stuff you can gain back faster because you're rapidly like going through it, and it's just like okay, your body's not like used to it. But slow weight loss is gradual. That takes forever to come back. So if you're slow with it, then it lasts even longer. So keep that in mind. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's also so interesting, like because I guess while we're on that topic too. Like, there was a time in my life where if I even felt slightly hungry, it would feel like such an inconvenience to where it's like, oh, I need to eat, like, I need to eat everything right now. Like, I can't be hungry at all. But, like, now I don't even eat my first meal until a lot later in the day. And
fasting.
And my stomach will still feel like a little grumbly every now and then, but it doesn't affect me mentally really anymore because I'm like, oh, I know I'm fine. I'm going to have this food in a little bit and it'll be okay. Like every now and then, sure, maybe I'll have like an apple like before I have like a big meal. If I feel like I'm about to do a task that's a little strenuous, like before this podcast, I ate an apple just to give myself a little energy. But I'm probably not going to have like lunch until after we're done, which is a given, and we won't be done for a little bit. But yeah, it's really interesting how much at one point in your life something can feel so like strenuous or inconvenient, but then it can just become a normal part with a little bit of effort.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The neural pathways and doing things baby steps, like whether that's like when I was fixing my sleep schedule, I was like, I want to wake up by 10 every day, so I need to go to bed by at least 2. So that satisfies both of my urges to be a night owl but also get up at a good time, and 10 is a good time for me.
Yes.
So I still get to stay up till 2, which means I get to like do my Ranma binging bullshit or talk with friends late into the night that have different time zones and not feel like I'm like gonna be a piece of shit the next day.
Yes.
So yeah, little baby steps. So I hope that that the person we are answering this question for, I hope that things open up safely in the future and that you'll get to have your like high school experience back and and that, everyone in your family and all your loved ones are staying safe. And that goes for everybody too. I really hope that everyone's staying safe right now, and that whenever things start to open up, that we are responsible. And I'm nervous because my state is probably going to be slowly but surely opening up in the next week, and it's a little scary. But
oh yeah, I know people are dumb. They're just like, hey,
Yeah.
the state's we're gonna open up. Okay, yeah, get ready to open up again. And it's just like whatever. Just,
yeah.
no, like isn't it like it's fucked up, but like how people are like drinking bleach now or some shit. And it's just like
God.
you are too fucking old for this. Like there are people.
God.
No, like there was this like post I saw. It's just like, hold up, hey. Don't necessarily stop them from doing it, because like there's just like they should know better. It's just like no, it's just like it's different if you like go outside because you can get corona and spread to someone innocent. But if like you are fucking how old and you're drinking bleach, it's just like shut the you get what you fucking deserve. That's
you.
you.
The only thing that
That
I'm really
is your
worried
fault.
about is I just hope that there aren't any children that are around people that are dumb.
Oh yeah,
because-
no, it's stupid. Like it's just like, oh well, come on, Billy, you gonna drink this juice? Well, I can put some bleach in it for you.
I'm sure it's not actually happening exactly like that.
Oh no,
but
dude!
it
In
is-
Maryland, I got our health person had 100 calls in of Bleach
No,
poisoning.
I saw the headline for the article, but I didn't read the article. Did you
Oh
read it?
yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
yeah. Actually, people are actually. My mom works at the hospital, right? And she told me like these fucking idiots are putting bleach in the drinks, and they come in and they just like it's fucking bullshit, Joe. And I'm just like,
Oh wow! So you've actually seen some reported
Yep.
cases of grown-ass adults drinking
And my mom
bleach.
works at the hospital, so she
Wow.
told me it. So yeah.
Oh my god! Because I knew there were some exaggerations out there, but I do know that it is still
No, people are stupid.
very dumb and very serious. The stupidity that is
yeah,
arising
yeah.
from
You
this.
know
But
what?
yeah.
Just let them. Darwinism,
Public
natural
announcement.
selection. Get
Yeah,
rid of
it's true. It's true. If you're at a certain age, at a certain point, and you're doing that shit, you deserve it. Like
Yeah.
you have it coming.
Like
Just-
the fire
I just-
challenge. Remember when people would set themselves on
Yep.
fire? What the
I just-
fuck are you thinking was gonna
I
happen?
just hope that children aren't getting
Yeah,
involved.
children. No, it's like I
That's
help
the
with children
frustrating
or like
part.
being like peer pressure. Dude, set yourself on fire. It's a great challenge. It's just fucking like that's one of those things where you
God.
just go like, no, you do not do this. This is silly. If anyone ever tries you that, you don't
Yeah.
talk to them anymore.
I'm just
They're-
so like
dumb.
another tangent. I'm so happy that I had a high school experience that didn't involve like TikTok or Vine, or we had social media, but it was not the level that it is now. Because in middle school I didn't have social media. In high school I didn't get a Facebook till mid to late high school, and even then Facebook was used very scarcely.
Did you have a
but
MySpace?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I never had one of those. Facebook was my first piece of social media. And now with how quickly things go viral and the way that people like are constantly recording these young people that like just let them have their embarrassing times without having it completely documented. Like
yeah, because
like,
that's the thing.
I would just hate being in a school lunchroom when I was the timid, like scared kid that I was, and people recording all these dancing videos and like pressuring you to like do this dance with
do
them.
this
and I'd be
dance
like,
so we can trip you.
yeah, like the
stupid.
bullying just I feel like is skyrocketing now because of these platforms and the fact that it can like actually affect your life.
Yeah.
Like if you're caught like crying on camera, that's like everybody's gonna make fun of you, or like a lot of people aren't assholes, but there's enough assholes to where it's a problem. And because bullying won't go away, but at least it was a little more difficult to like worldwide bully people,
Yeah.
like it's a different level when you're putting these children out like
Yeah.
for the world to see, when like
Yeah.
I'm very happy that I had like a private middle school, semi-private high school life, like, and I didn't have Twitter the way that I do now, but
Yeah.
like these kids coming up with Twitter, I'm just like, God.
Yeah, I know there are some people. I feel like there should be an age limit on Twitter. Like you should, even though people would lie to get past it, but it's just like,
course.
yeah, it's just like, oh my god, how are you?
Especially with like underage stuff, and like, cause back in the day we had Omegle, we had like that shit where me and my friends who were like 15 were not supposed to be on Omegle, and we were going through and we probably saw a few dicks, and we were like, holy shit, what the fuck? But
Yeah.
like, kids are gonna do that shit, but nowadays it's getting less and less safe, but also more and more safe because there's more people that are willing to like call people out and like come to people's rescue, like because there's more knowledge about these websites and platforms, and honestly the kids are very educated on how to use them, it seems, but it's also very, I don't know, I have a lot more negative thoughts than positive thoughts when it comes to really young people getting super actively involved with social media. There's just something that
Well, here you
Scares
go.
me a little bit.
Chainsaws. They don't cut through meat. Use machetes. There you go. Fan favorite. I don't know. I'm just putting. I'm not saying anything. I'm just. There you go.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Jordan is planning to kill all of the children. You heard it here first.
No,
Canceled.
I'm not
You're
Freddy.
canceled.
Freddy, cancel. No, there's
Cancel
so many
Freddy.
jokes I would say. No, cancel. Damn it.
Oh my God. All right, let's get to our next question. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
those are some fun tangents. All right. Hey Jackson, Katie, how are you? So I've been struggling a lot recently, just thinking about the future. I always get stressed out when I think of what will come to me. So my question is, how can I just chill out a little bit and stop thinking about it? Thank you beforehand. Sincerely, Naku.
What, you want to see how you stop thinking about it? I watched this video of these planets that are it shows where you are. I posted it earlier on Twitter today, and it just makes you go, life is just like that. Okay.
Life is like a hurricane.
Yeah, pretty much in Duckburg. So yeah. Well, anyways, future stuff. I think as you get old, I just noticed this, as you get older, you start you literally, I think biologically, you just start giving less fucks about stuff. You uncle,
Yeah.
because there is a bunch of stuff that I think about 5 years ago that I was why the fuck did I care about that? This shit does
Everything
not
felt like
yeah.
it felt like the stakes were so much higher when you're younger. Everything will be your last chance for this or that. It feels very intense,
Yeah.
the feelings and emotions and the situations that you're in, school, everything feels so important. But yeah, the older you get, the more you realize that what's important is just accepting that everything can come to an end and will come to an end, but that means
That's
that
life.
yeah, but that means that things are always changing, and that's good, because if you're ever in a place where you feel like you're trapped or stuck or you're negative, you're never going to be stuck there. You're never going to be truly trapped there, because just as it can be sad that things come to an end and things move on, it can also be good. And learning to live in the moment, as it's easier said than done, I guess, but for example, an approach that I really take to friendships and relationships too is you have your whole life to be friends with this person, and you never know if the next day they're not going to be in your life. So every moment that you have with a person that you care about, treat it like you're here with that person. Be engaged, be present, because you never know if tomorrow you'll be closer, or if tomorrow they'll distance themselves. And it can suck to think about, but if you can say at the end of every day that man, I really had a great time with this friend, and I think that they had a good time too, then it doesn't matter what comes the next day, because you know that you have that and that you shared that. And that can also go for life experiences too. When I think about getting to do the projects that I'm working on, or the auditions that I get to do, and all this stuff, I accept that everyone has a potential of not really going anywhere. But if I feel like I'm doing something that is worth it for me, and it feels good, and I get to share it with people that I really care about, and I get to work with people that are going to give me this experience that I can carry to the next thing, it gives me that satisfaction, that joy, because I really put a lot of stake into people, I guess. People are kind of what make me. Community and people are the things that really drive me a lot of the time, I think. And so just learning to live in the moment with those people and make those experiences and memories, so that whatever the situation ends, you can carry those people and those experiences to the next thing that you can build together. And so I guess bottom line is to chill out about it. You just have to be engaged with the moment today, and whatever you're planning for the future, make sure whatever you're doing today is taking you one step closer to it, but you don't have to do it all overnight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's about the journey. It's not about the destination a lot of the time. Because I've had moments where I've reached certain destinations, where I'd see my name on a cast list, or I'd do the show, and then when the show's over, it's over, and you don't have that high that you think you'd have. You have kind of this melancholy feeling of wow, I did it. And the time that felt the most rewarding was the doing it.
Yeah.
When I was in a play, exactly. When you're on stage, or when you're in the bedroom, when you're doing the thing, that's when it's wow, we did it. And then afterwards, it's well, that was great, but did you have a good time doing it? Yeah, exactly. And then
Yes.
you have to clean up and go to the next one.
And she has to like change the bed sheets because they keep
Yeah,
squirting
exactly.
on
Because
the
she
bed
was on her
sheets.
she was on her period, and now it looks like a murder scene.
Yep. Yep.
You know, they gotta go sleep on the couch now because I got it.
Yeah.
Because they gotta
Yep.
get 'em be gentlemen.
Got to be a gentleman about all that blood. You know.
Yep. Yep.
Used a chainsaw. You shouldn't have used a chainsaw, Jordan.
know,
It's
right?
inefficient.
But like, I just like it when they don't move. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's awful. Oh,
God.
God.
But yeah, that's something I think about all the time, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with Katie. Pretty much everything she said. Like, to me, it's just sort of like, I just kind of like, I think about like, oh, when you reach it, it's just like, okay, now what? So it's just like, you're going to be like Saitama. You'll be bored. And it's just like, no one could beat me. Well, I wanted a challenge. And it's just like, well, what can I do now? And it's just like, okay, as long as you keep progressing, you'll enjoy it. Or do you want to be like, what's his, Yami from Black Clover? I know you haven't watched Black Clover yet, Kay, but it's awesome. Because like the vibe Yami from Black Clover gives off is like, he was like a former shonen protagonist where like he had his entire series we followed, we like that we didn't see, but like he had his old adventures and followed and stuff like that, and it's just like this is me at the end of my shonen journey. So like, but then he meets like Asta and he sort of sees like, oh, that kid reminds you of me in this regard. So it's funny, like he just has that perfect vibe that he gives off. He's one of the best characters for giving off a vibe of like, oh, I've been through some stuff, I've seen some shit, I already know how this is gonna go, so I'm just living my life, enjoying it now. So I like that a lot about him. So that's how it is for me, just like going through the motions and seeing stuff. So
and chasing the things that you'll actively enjoy doing, that you can be present with, like because if you're enjoying yourself, then it's not wasted time. Thank you. Like, because whenever I'm staying up playing Animal Crossing with all the bros, it gives me this happy feeling, like we're making like a genuine connection, like we're having fun, enjoying this experience, doing this activity together. And even though we're not doing something that's going to make us money or take us closer to some like larger goal, the goal is just to have human connection and experience like something fun in that moment. And that in itself is kind of a beautiful and in some ways productive thing to do. Like, and I really like to treasure those moments especially. And like, if you can find people in your life that give you that feeling, that make it feel like whatever activity you're doing with them is not wasted time, because any moment spent with them feels like a good time, then lean into those moments. And those are the times and those are the situations that will also bring you the most joy in the projects that you do or the work that you're doing. If you can be surrounded by people that like make the office environment fun or vary your days. Like, there's a musical called Company, with all of the music written by Stephen Sondheim, and it's about like a man that's in his 30s, that's single, and he's like afraid of like commitment because all of his friends are like married and some have kids, and he just doesn't know if he wants that. But you know, he keeps getting invited over for the dinner and all this stuff, and he always just has this feeling like he doesn't belong. And so it's kind of about his journey into loving himself, but also loving accepting his situation, but also he has plenty of opportunities to change that situation, but he doesn't know if it's what he truly wants or if he's just doing it because he feels it's expected of him. And like that journey through his mind of like worrying about the future, but also not wanting to be dissatisfied today, and whether or not he's doing something because he's settling or it's because it's something he truly wants. And it just, God, it's a really great musical. The Raul Esparza version, if anyone ever wants to watch it, if you want to go down a really amazing and interesting journey of a character study about like a person that is kind of defying some of the social norms while still kind of falling in line with them. In that sense, I'd look up on YouTube Raul Esparza's Company, full cast show, like just do some Googling around. It's a really wonderful show, and a lot of the songs in it, like Marry Me a Little is a really good song, and just kind of the thing about being in love is about having someone that can vary your days, because you know that you can do stuff on your own, you know that you can be on your own, but you want someone in your life that that can add to your existence and can vary each of your days, because you get a new experience when you have someone else along for the ride, whether that's a friend or a relationship. And yeah. Musical theater rant, but I love The Musical Company.
Okay. Cool. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, heck yeah. Then let's go to our next question.
Sure.
Yay. Duh. Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce this. Osu, or Activitis? It says Jax will understand this reference.
Oh yeah, I get that reference.
I don't get it.
I understood
Tell
that
me what it-
reference.
Tell me what it means.
I'll tell you after this. It's
He
funny.
says not to tell Katie what it means.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
scared.
So I'll wait.
Ah, okay. I hope she'll figure it out. I don't get it. Oh
You
no, I'm
will.
a fake weeb.
You will. It'll click. It's one of those
Okay.
ones. It's a slow burn.
Oh,
Like it's one. It'll click.
All right. I hope she'll figure it out. Anyway, is it worth it to start watching DuckTales? I see Jax is really into it. Should I start
Yes.
the older or the new show? I remember seeing a few episodes 6 years ago in 5th grade. Looking forward to your answer. Bye. Yes. The
Yeah.
2017 one I'm watching right now is so
So-
good.
Yeah, I told you. I told you. I
It's so
told.
good.
I
Yeah,
remember
Jordan
I was getting
completely got me
Katie. I was
into
like,
it.
"You have to watch this, Katie." And she was just like, "I don't know. I'm watching a bunch of stuff right now." And I was
It's
just
true,
like,
I did.
"Hey." Yeah. And I was just like, "No, watch it with us. We'll watch the entire thing." She's like, "Okay, fine." And then I got her into her. So yeah.
And now I'm hooked.
Yeah.
So I guess from my plebeian standpoint, I
Plebeian.
think the plebeian. I think the 2017 version is superior, but I haven't seen the other iterations in so long, so I can't even remember. What do you recommend them starting with the 2017 one? Or
Yeah,
should they
I
go
do
back?
definitely. I do definitely. LOL. Because what's funny is like if you go back and watch the 80s one, like, all right, so this is the thing about 2017 DuckTales. If you grew up with Disney Afternoon, so you watch like, you know,
Yeah.
Rescue Rangers and Darkwing Duck and the original DuckTales and like Chip and Dale, and then like freaking Gummy Bears and stuff like that, and Goof Troop. If you watched all those shows growing up in the 90s, then you can appreciate 2017 DuckTales more, because there's a lot of like Easter eggs and like throwbacks, and the way they bring characters in from the Disney Afternoon. It's like, oh my God, I used to watch that show all the time. Oh my God, it's so cool. Oh my God, I can't believe they're doing that. Oh my God, Darkwing Duck. Oh my God. And so it's
It
like,
is that good too.
yeah, it's like really cool in that regard. But if you're just someone fresh who's never seen like any Disney shows and you watched it, then you would still like it just from the writing and the dialogue and the way the show goes.
The
Like
writing
it's
is
really
so
good.
It's
Yeah,
so modern.
it's so amazing. Like the show is like freaking incredible. So I would definitely highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. And I will say this, like if you have Disney Plus, you can go through and watch like the original like shows just to be like, oh, I know the original shows, and like I can enjoy them whenever DuckTales is on. But it's just like it's just a great show on its own. Like it's
Watch
really
it with a friend.
yeah,
Like,
watch it
find
with some
someone to
friends or
watch
something
it
like
with.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I highly, highly recommend. But also, if you want to go on a solo journey, that's valid. Because I do have some shows that I like to just enjoy for Katie. Like Ranma, I'm going on a full binge session to like, because I haven't seen all the OVAs or the movies, so I'm determined to watch every single piece of Ranma content that exists. Because I read the manga a long time ago. I watched all the anime, but I'm rewatching it because it makes me happy. But I watched Kaguya-sama Love is War with Zach. And that's a really good show, too, if you like that tsundere bullshit.
Is the dub out for that?
No, actually.
There's no
I don't know
dub.
if it has a dub. It's really good sub though.
See,
There
like
might
the
be a
thing is,
dub.
I
don't
like
know.
both, but I just like to do stuff when I'm like watching a show too.
Oh,
'Cause,
exactly.
like if I have to like sit and like watch 12 episodes in a row, like with it does, just like shit. Well, I guess being focused like that when I have to do other stuff, like it just makes me go, oh shit. So like I'd have to make time for it. So yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But man, there's a lot of good shows out in the universe right now. And then of course I always recommend Amphibia. I love Amphibia so much. It should be on Disney Plus too.
Oh, Owl House. Owl House is
Ooh,
freaking
I haven't
great.
watched that one yet.
That is such a great show. Like it keeps getting better and better. And me and Paleo and Hero were like watching it, and we're like, okay, we're taking bets on when it's gonna get dark, because like there's always like a show that's like it starts off all happy and then like we
then,
hit it
like,
right on the
yeah.
mark. Like it was just like episode 5 was like, oh, overarching plot narrative, that's going to be a big thing later on.
Yeah.
And so like that came in, and we're just like, okay, yeah, there we go. And so they keep doing that. They keep like adding hints, but like I think that's just like the formula for shows these days. Is like start off goofy and comedy. Oh, by the way, there's something overarching. Oh no, let's get fucking dark and serious. Let's get depressing. Let's break your fucking heart. Let's do this shit. And it's just like, oh god.
God, it's so good. But yeah, that is I guess all we could say about the DuckTales without spoiling it. But I highly recommend it. What are some other shows that are really good right now? Did you ever watch that Tiger King thing?
Oh, like Carol Baskin. She like fed her
Yeah,
husband.
I never watched it. What's that about? Did you like it?
It's about this guy. It's about this gay guy who has tiger. That's part of his character. Like not part of his. He's not a character. He's a real person. But like it's this guy who had this tiger farm. And there was this woman who's alleged, but it's pretty obvious she did it. She like had him have the tigers kill and eat her husband. And it's just like, okay. And then that's why there's all these Carol Baskin memes going around on Twitter. But like the guy was just like, he had a bunch of tigers. And there's this one scene had me crying, laughing so hard.
So you watched it, okay.
No, I haven't watched like full episodes, but I've seen clips of it. And so like there was this one scene that cracked me up because like he lives on this tiger thing, and he has all these tigers and ligers and different things, and like he's kind of. And the thing is, the sad thing is, like this is past now. He was like kind of abusive to his tiger, so it's like, oh, that's sad. But then like there's this one part where a tiger just like fucking grabbed his leg, and he's like, get off, and like it just starts like nibbling on his foot. And he's like, ah, you little bitch, and it just drags him, and then like he's not screaming or crying. He's just a guy like, ah, it's just like whatever. It's just funny seeing a grown man just like, get off, you little thing. He's talking to it like it's a dog. It's a fucking tiger dragging him halfway across the field, and he's just talking like, I mean, get off, you fucking bitch. God damn it. It's just like, what the fuck?
Should I watch it?
Yeah, watch it. It's funny. It's funny. I mean, it's like a drama. Like, I can show you the exact scene. I'll find it. You keep talking to the audience, but I'll find that scene and just link it.
We'll watch it later.
Yeah. Tiger King.
Christ.
Liger bite.
I think that's all that I could really super recommend right now. I mean, I always recommend going on like a binging spree of like things that you already enjoy, so you can just like relive them in the beautiful moment. And then of course I like to listen on Wednesday nights to D&D stream The Unexpectables, because Critical Role is also on hiatus right now.
Yeah, because they're making a cartoon show.
Well, no, it's because of the virus, but they are also making a cartoon show.
Yeah, they're making a cartoon show.
It's going to be lit, fam. Well, actually, that's probably on hiatus now, too, because they can't go into the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a rip. That's a fucking rip.
You can animate from home.
Yes and no. But yeah, all right. So I think
that's what I hate about you, Katie. You never let me just have the fucking thing. You just fucking.
I never let you tell lies. I have to always tell the truth.
Yeah,
Jordan.
exactly.
We're the two like at the labyrinth.
Like Ben 10.
Wait, what?
Like, you know how? Oh yeah, because there's this OP alien in Ben 10, right? Where like before he can use his powers, these two aliens have to agree with each other, and they're like there's one that's like the one of like love and joy, and then there's one that's like of rage and revenge or something like that. And they have to like agree on something before they let Ben use their powers. And he, like when he uses their powers, like he's the most OP thing. But it's just like, no, you are supposed to be the mitigator between us. I think we should do it this way. Well, I think we should do it this way. And it's just like
it's more of a situation like in the movie Labyrinth. There's
with
creature,
David Bowie and his dick.
That's true. That's also true. But there's a creature that one is always telling a lie, one is always telling the truth.
Oh, that meme.
Yeah, they're kind of like snide about it. And I feel like that's kind of like us, where you'll like sneak in a lie and I'll be like, well, actually.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, I know that. It's just like, oh, one of them tells only lies, one of them tells only truths. So it's just like, for me, the question I would just ask in that situation is like, what color is the door behind you? One of you always lies, right? So you can't tell like the truth about that door then, right? Yeah, see? There you go. Just blew the case right open right there. It was just like, yeah. Okay.
But they could also choose to not answer.
Wait, can they? I'd be like, well, look here, gents. I'm just trying to do a job. So it's just like, yeah, look here. I'm just trying to do a job. It's just like, okay, what color is that wall behind you? Oh, well, it's white. Yeah, all right, you told the truth. All right, so the one who says they won't answer, then he's the sneaky one. And like, can't you tell like personality wise, like which one like kind of is? Because it's just kind of like, you know, there's always like a snidey person. There's like a snidey person. Like, okay, whatever. I tell only lies, and I tell only the truth.
But also, there's the thing about one of them is the one that tells you that one of them lies and one of them tells the truth. And so if that is true, then the one telling you is the one that always lies or is the one that always tells the truth. Or they're making the whole concept up. So that would mean that
they're both liars.
That they're both liars, or they're just like neutral. So the fact that they're even introducing the concept is just to throw you off. So that's one way to look at it.
Look, I'm just going to say, if I go to a door and they're like, one of us tells only lies, one of us tells only the truth, you can only ask one question. Go ahead, ask it. And I'm just going to be like, how many fingers am I holding up? Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go.
Just like objective things.
Yeah, exactly. As objectively, the truth is just like,
don't
if you don't
answer,
like one of them will answer, hopefully. And it's just like, all right, I know you're the truth teller. I'm going by your door. Fucking liar.
Yeah, exactly.
You fucking liar.
Well, all right. I think we made a podcast, Jordan.
Yeah, we did.
Where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter, JaxBlade Fitness, JaxBlade on Instagram, JaxBlade YouTube, JaxBlade everywhere else, Jordan JaxBlade Downs Facebook, JaxBlade, there you go. How about you, Connie Day Official?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and stuff at Connie Day Official, KANIDAY Official, and that's real cool. You can also find me on Dr. Crafty on YouTube, where I'm a writer and actress, and you can find me at Ruby Productions, KRWBY Productions on YouTube, where we have really cool podcasts and we have really cool abridged series and comic dubs and shit. And you can find us on Twitter at the Weird Flex Pod, woo! And you can find us at Patreon at Weird Flex But Okay Podcast, and you can email us questions and stuff at weirdflexbutokaypodcast@gmail.com. And that is a wrap. We did it, woo!
Yeah, Sailor Moon beats Goku. Good
Sailor Moon whips ass.
Yes, she does.
Hear my voice.
My voice. Don't make me. I'll cry again.
Oh,
God's sake. All right.
Jordan's crying.
No, I'm not.
You're crying.
Shut up.
You have feelings.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I'm not
you do.
weak like you.
All right, goodbye.
Shut
everyone.
up.
Jordan has feelings.
No, I don't.
You heard it here first.
Shut up. Dork.
I love you.